Tjena, guys, everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I sure am not. My phone keeps dying. I film with my phone because I can't afford a camera. But let's hope this works, because I will talk to you about tape used in cosplay, and not the kind of tape, you know, that this one, not that one. Good for other reasons, but not when we're talking about taping our faces. Yes, that's a thing. I'm going to try to talk in a nice and fashionably good order, trying to be educational. We will see. The very first topic I want to cover when talking about tape is it racist? The short answer is no. It can be. If you tape your eyes, pull them to the side, and say that I'm an Asian now, yes, you're racist. You can't do that. But any cosplayer, all the cosplayers I've ever met, ever talked with that use tape on their faces for cosplay, don't do that. They don't pull on their eyes and say that they want to look Japanese. If they do that, then away from my timeline and away from my web. But it doesn't look like that for most of us, since yes, I use tape quite regularly. If you've seen my makeup tutorials, you know that I use tape. I'm not that shy about it. So here's the thing. We don't pull on our eyes to make them look Asian. I pull on my eyes to make them the same shape as the characters I cosplay. The same with my face. I pull on my face to make it slimmer and more accurate towards the character I want to portray. I also pull on my eyes upwards to make them bigger. I change my face shape, my eye shape, the shape of my eyebrows. The people use it to change the shape of their neck, their nose, just to look more like the character they want to portray. And that's why we do it. And that's not racist. So, first of all, no. It's not racist. We want to look like our characters, and that's the only thing, because that's what cosplay is not all about, but the main goal is that we're trying to portray a character. And for me, that involves trying to make my face appear more like the character as well. And then, the next thing, the most asked thing ever when it comes to tape, and at least when people ask me about tape, is where do I get it? Where can I buy tape? What kind of tape is it that I want? And I would say there's 3 different kinds of tape, and I only have experienced 2 of them. So I can't really talk about the third one. So the third one, we start from the bottom, work our way to the top. Yeah, so right now, I'm sorry, I don't use that tape. I'm happy with my tapes, which we are getting to now. And tape number 2 is the one I use most often. The second kind of tape is medical tape. It's the kind of tape you buy at the pharmacy. It's mostly used to actually like tape together wounds. When you have an open wound and you're trying to like tape it together. It looks like masking tape, actually, but it's just made to go onto your skin. And that's the main point. We don't want to use tape that's not supposed to be on our skin. So no duct tape, no masking tape, no electrical tape, no other tape, no scotch tape, no other tape. No, just tape that is made to be on our faces. Good. So this tape from the pharmacy is actually pretty strong, because since it's supposed to pull together wounds and hold them together, is actually really strong, which is very, very good. And it's a lot cheaper than buying the #1 tape we are getting to later, since you can just buy it at your pharmacy. But it has the same texture as masking tape, which means that when you put it on your face, you can't really put makeup on it. It will just look weird. And it has a beige kind of color, so it's supposed to blend it to your skin. That doesn't work for me. I'm too pale, but at least it's not green. So that's something. But so when you use that tape, you really have to make sure that your wig covers it, because it will show. If it's out, it will really stick out. It will not look natural. Not that tape looked natural, but yeah, you understand what I mean. So it has its pros and cons, because it really sticks and it's affordable, it's easy to get, but it doesn't look that natural. And it's also sometimes, according to me at least, it sticks so well that when your face gets sweaty, it doesn't let go sometimes. It just keeps staying on. And when you have tape on your face can't breathe. So when it tries to sweat, it can't get out the sweat and it can't breathe. It just becomes very angry at you. Sometimes actually when I've worn, so this is not like your every kind of day. This is me in the summer wearing tape for several days in a row on a con that had was 40 Celsius. Then I was actually starting to get blisters and red marks on my skin that lasted for days. That's not good. It's not supposed to be like that. But that was the first time I've ever experienced it. So of course I haven't done that again. When I know that I'm using tape for several days, I use tape #1, which is tape from Assist Wig. Assist Wig is a Japanese company that they specialize on cosplay products, everything you could ever need. Assist Wig is one of my favorite companies, actually. I'm not sponsored. I wish I was. That would be lovely. But so I usually buy as much as I possibly can when I'm in Japan. I actually think it's worth it because their tape is by far the best that I've used. I've used two, but it works so much better that I actually think it's worth it. And I really like taping my face for cosplay, so I go through them quite a lot. And the things that make that tape actually better, in my opinion, than the medical tape is that one, it's transparent, which means that you don't have to adapt to this weird ass pink beige color on the medical tape. And if it pokes out through your wig, it's not that bad. It will show in the same way that if you tape anything, tape will always show. This is a matte tape. It's matte, by the way. But it will always show, but it's not that bad. At least for me, I want mine hidden because I think it looks better. And that's also less work for the photographer to try and edit away. But okay, so why is the Assist tape better than the medical tape? Well, it's transparent, which is very, 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 very good because it means that it can adapt to any type of skin color. The other reason, for me at least, is that it actually lets go when your skin is like, dude, I need to breathe, or dude, I'm sweating like crazy, you need a break, which is good for your skin. Of course, that's pretty annoying when you're in a very hot country or you are sweating like crazy because your costume is hot, that your tape is letting go. But let's be real, it does that because it shouldn't be there then. So take that as you will, use the medical tape if you want to, but be aware and don't come running after me when you get blisters. So I like the Assist tape the most, definitely, but because it doesn't show. It's a lot more smoother, it applies better on the skin and it's not as harsh on the skin as well. Assist actually also sells a balm that is supposed to go on your skin afterwards, that is supposed to soothe your skin and like repair it after it's been taped. So you can buy that as well. I usually think it works pretty well even though I'm sweating, since I almost always glue my wig on top, my face as well. So I have tape on that is bobby pinned in my wig cap to stay on, but it's also glued on with my hair. So I have only actually had like 2 times that it's been a problem and my tape just doesn't want to stay on. Which is, of course, it's annoying, but once again, it's because your face is telling you, no, it's not supposed to go there. So let's all have a little bit of respect for our faces and give it the treatment that it deserves. Good. And then, how do I tape? Well, my dear friend, it's not that hard. You take your piece of tape, future Hannah will show you. You take your piece of tape, you put it on your face, you drag your face, you put on the back of your tape, put it on some bobby pins, and then you're done. It's not that hard. The hard thing is trying to get in the technique of how much am I supposed to pull, or which way, or how many bits of tape do I need, and etc. I've actually sometimes used 3 pieces of tape for 1 eye. I will probably not do that again. You do you. If that works for you, then go ahead. For me, I have very sensitive eyes, so they get very dry. So with me, with lenses and also then pulling my eye so much that I actually can't like shut my eye, the eye is not happy by that. If it works for you, fine. But just listen to my warning, it doesn't work for everyone. Just be aware. So that's my caution tip. Hot tape tip is that you should use a wig cap that is stocking based. So it's not the usual net, it's more like a stocking you put on your head. Because if you use the net, the tape will still get to your hair. And believe me, removing that tape from your hair is not comfortable. It's not good for your hair either. My hair looked like a mess. It hurt. I just don't do it. No. Put a stocking on and then put the tape onto the stocking. Thank you. Good. And as you see, my eyebrow is moving with the eye. This is something you really have to keep in mind when you're doing, because if your eyebrow is not supposed to be raised, but you're obviously raising your eyebrow with the tape, then you have to keep that in mind when drawing on your eyebrows later, so you can draw them on lower, or maybe you have to shave off or something. But at least for me, again, it actually really helps because my eyebrows are pretty straight, and the characters I cosplay don't have straight eyebrows. They have them lifted like this, which is awesome because then I don't have to shave off my eyebrows. I don't have to reshape them. I can just pull on my skin until they are the right shape. I look edgy, cool, angry. Rounder eyebrow is like happier. Woo! And this is sad eyebrow. So you have to keep these things in mind. Obviously, I could not pull my eyebrows here for a character that is supposed to look happy. That wouldn't work. I could probably pull in the middle of my eyebrow instead and just make it rounder if I want that look instead. But with that said, I also pull on my the sides of my eyes to get a sharper eyebrow look. Also for Aqua, who is obviously happy and she smiles. Just realized that she's not anymore. Well, this became sad. Okay, so you can still pull on your sides of your eyes and have that angry boy look without looking angry, obviously. If you do your job with your eyes and face and smile, you can still look happy. It doesn't matter. But you can pull here, have sad eyebrows, smile without looking like worried, sad, happy, but like worried happy. You get me? I've actually seen tape used here on your nose. So it's supposed to pull in like this, which is insane because then you have tape under here, but then you can't breathe. Then you have to breathe through your mouth, and if you breathe through your nose, it becomes like more moist, and then it will just let go. I have no clue how this works. I've actually seen it happen. So that's something you could try out if you want to. Tell me how it worked. Maybe it's nice and I should get on that, but not as it looks right now. I'm not that interested. Favorite of them all is the cheeks. Just pulling this. This also, we need to keep a lot in mind of which direction we're pulling the skin. So I usually think of the same angle that my contour is going. Excuse my face for today. It's, yeah, whatever. I usually try to go in the same direction. Just pull like that. That's also a look. Then you don't pull on your mouth as much, because the thing that happens is when you pull from this way, stuff happens with your mouth. This way, not as much, but you lose a bit of that flab you got going on there. So it depends. Once again, you can pull in different directions. I like this one more because for me, at least, the thing that messes up with the looks of my characters are these. These ones. And I can actually get rid of them by pulling more that way, because then it will tighten up my face and lose these. The last thing, the neck, which is also a thing I don't understand. But I've seen so many do it. Basically, you pull here. So instead of pulling here, you pull here. I've seen people do it here as well. Like this. But most often it's here. And that's the thing, when you try to pull it here, you get rid of your double chin. Which you've seen a lot of. I have this tendency when I film or like take photos that I always do this. Not that I do it on purpose. It just looks like I have very prominent double chin. It's very strange. I have to stop doing that. But so if you pull it here, you're supposed to get rid of your double chin. I haven't done it because I actually tried it just like for fun, and it's not fun. I think it makes it hard to swallow, which becomes a problem if you are trying to eat while in your cosplay, which I recommend. So it doesn't make it hard. It's not like you can't swallow because you're pulling on your skin. It's just very uncomfortable and it just feels wrong, and I'm not a fan, but you do you. If it works for you, then go ahead. I've seen it done a lot. So it works for a lot of people. I just don't like it on me. I feel strange. I feel restricted, I think is the word. Obviously, it's another expense outside of like your makeup, wigs and whatever. So it adds on to that. And it also gives you more wrinkles. Because you've probably heard about you're not supposed to pull your face because that ages your face more when gravity starts to pull in and pull out and pull everything and make you zaggy. And I was in the beginning, I was like, never. That's not happening. It will never happen. That's a whole science in itself, and I am not in any way a skin doctor or know anything. That's just something I've acknowledged when using tape. So I just want to say that to you so you don't come running back in 2 years and be like, but Hannah, my skin is getting saggy, and then it's all because of me. That would be sad. So whether or not tape is for you, if you like the look tape gives you, if you don't really think you need it, or if it's uncomfortable, or if you like the feeling and the sensation, you do you, and go ahead and try it out. With that said, this is very new for me. I'm not that used to doing this. This is very weird. Next time I'll do a manuscript. Maybe that is why this is going so strangely. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something and it was not just me rambling. I hope you got some answers that you've been looking for. Like I said, this has been a very asked thing. People wonder about tape, so I hope this answers some of your questions. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.